Sometimes in life, it's best to meet new people, and it's better to not reconnect with old people. Like, I'm talking about the people you went to high school with, the people you went to school with, the people you grew up with. They seen you at your worst days. They seen you at days where you were broke, when you were like at your weakest, at your lowest, at your they see you fail in class. They're always gonna vision you like that. It's not like they're gonna see you as you are today. Let's say you graduated from high school 10 years ago. They're always gonna have the image of yourself when you were 18 years old and you just graduated. That's the last time that they seen you. You could like get 1,000 times better. You could be rich today. You could be in shape. You could be married. You could come up with the best stuff in the world. You can even be a different person. You can go from an introvert to an extrovert. You could be a whole complete different person. They're just not gonna see it in you. And even if they see it in you, they're gonna be intimidated. Most of the time, most of the people we run into is just the way it is. They are not gonna be themselves. They're gonna be intimidated by the new version of you. They're gonna feel like they haven't grown themselves. Maybe they only got 5% better. Maybe they got 20% better. But if you got 100% better, they're going to feel intimidated. It's just gonna bring out the worst in them and their insecurities, and it's just gonna have them send evil eye your way. They're not gonna be impressed, even if they should be impressed, even if they should be proud of you. They're just not gonna be proud of you. So like that's what I realized the hard way. Like reconnecting with friends and like realizing that like bro, I made a lot of progress, and let's say the individuals that I met reconnected with again, they didn't make as much progress as I did. So they're just gonna feel ways. And it's gonna cause a rift. And even if they don't feel ways, they're just not gonna believe it that like I'm doing good and they're not. I just want you to go back to the old version of you, of what you were. If you were an alcoholic, if you were fat, if you were like 250 pounds at 5'6", with 35% body fat. They want you to be like that. Let's say you never, like back then you wore glasses. Now if you have eye surgery, you don't wear glasses. They're just going to think you're a nerd. They're going to look at you that way. Like if you used to fail classes, if you couldn't keep a job, and now you have a very successful job or you own a business, it's just going to put stuff in their head. I'm not saying everybody from the past is like this, but the majority of people are. And the people that aren't like this, those are really good people. Those are people that you should reconnect with. But the chances are that if you're going to connect with someone from the past, they're going to be negative. It's going to be a negative experience. It's going to be very dull. It's just going to it's going to bring out the worst in them, even if they don't want to bring it out. But yeah, at the end of the day, I'm not saying go Hollywood on your old friends. I'm not saying to ignore them completely. But what I am saying is that you should meet new people. Like, let's say you're 25 right now, okay? Let's say you're a young man, you're 25, you're finally doing well in life. People that you went to high school with, if you reconnected them again, they're just going to see the old version of you. Like if there's a girl around you and you're trying to get a girl, they're not going to like play you up like that. They're not going to want you to come and help and be the wingman. They're not going to give you job opportunities. They're not going to bring you clients, stuff like that. However, if you meet someone last year and last year you started to make progress, you really did work at the gym, you put in a lot of work in your personality, in your character, in your work ethics, everything, and it was starting to show, and you meet that person, then that person will have a much better perception of you. At the end of the day, it's horrible, but the people that seen us at our worst, they're not going to have the best perception of us. Like the people who've seen us at our 80% best is going to have much better perception of us than a person that's seen us like at 5% of our best. It's just the way it is. And like those people are more likely to bring you clients and want to work with you and and genuinely like you. It's just the way it is. When people see you perform and at your best version of yourself, they genuinely like you more. They mess with you. They want to be your friend. They want to network with you. And that's just the way it is. So yeah, at the end of the day, I am saying just think twice if you're gonna reconnect with an old friend, if you're gonna network with them, if you're gonna have them bring clients, because at the end of the day, you're supposed to get better at life. Even if you're not, even if you're still stuck in a loop, and you try to connect with those guys, those people will try to bring you back to your old ways. If you try to level up and progress, they're gonna look at you and be like, bro, what are you doing? This is not you. They're gonna try to dictate who you are. They're gonna say, this is not you. You shouldn't be doing this. Meanwhile, you're trying to be the best version of yourself. Like even with me, when I try to be responsible, like my old friends, They didn't like the fact that I was responsible. They didn't like the fact that I was married and had to go home at 11 p.m. while they were out chilling till 3 a.m., 4 a.m. and the next day's a Sunday, and we gotta we gotta get good sleep so I could put in some work on a Sunday and get some weekend work done. And I don't know, they just didn't like that. They thought that I just partied and slept all day and stuff like that, and I didn't want to put in work on the weekends. I don't know. That's just them. It is what it is. But yeah, it is unfortunate. And yeah, that's pretty much the video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. If you guys agree with me, comment below. If you guys disagree, please let me know why. But at the end of the day, try to meet new people, keep progressing in life, and I believe in you guys, okay? Peace.